Alright guys, here we are with Nerdcast episode 2. We're all going to introduce ourselves this time. So I'm Kirby.
I'm Mark Nomad.
I'm Sir Biscuit.
Abuse Puppy.
Line. Oh wait, Chumbalai. Got it.
You're a douche
That's
chime.
our boy.
Anyways, I'll just give a language warning this time in case we slip out with a few swear words. I don't think we gave it last time. And Max once again would like to make an announcement. No, he's not pregnant.
I wish
Not
someday
mine, I swear.
we'll get that child. But yeah, again, Feast of Blades coming up. You should go play on that. Just ask your store about it. It'll be a good time.
This isn't what you were announcing.
He's supposed to announce something else.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm going to the second announcement that don't miss a plug when you're handed one.
Also, meet me there.
So
I'll be
I would also like to point out that last podcast we talked about challenges a bit, and it seems we sort of got the rules wrong there. We had all made the assumption that when you're in a challenge, any excess wounds you do are lost, but it looks like in the rules there's nothing stopping them from just overflowing and hitting the unit that whoever you're fighting is attached to. So that actually switches challenges pretty much to the exact opposite of what we were saying, from a awesome defensive tool to a really nice offensive tool.
I think
the
that
exceptions
issue is-
obviously. I was going to say the exceptions obviously still independent characters. Wouldn't still don't spill over there.
No, they do spill over for characters. Characters are exactly like everyone else now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Independent ones.
Even
Yep.
independent ones.
Really? Oh
They all
dear.
are the same unit now. Can't even target them separately.
Oh wow. The more you know.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
star thing.
Independent characters are now really strong because they're almost impossible to pick out of a squad, and they're going to be hitting really hard almost all the time.
Basically, you can think of it as outside of the challenge, they have a 2-up involved
Yeah.
Yep.
when they're inside of a unit. I mean, that's basically it.
They're pull a dude in front of them safe.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Here, hold this bullet.
So,
Okay.
go on.
Well, no, that's interesting. Like, I didn't realize that it worked for independent characters as well. That makes certain kind of, I don't know, like, one of the things that I was talking about with my friend who plays Blood Angels was how Mephiston's still pretty good in 6th, and I think it came up that challenges are a kind of effective-ish way to contain him, because we assume challenges work like they do in Fantasy, which we all did as well. But I guess not so much anymore, because, yeah, you murder your character and half the unit along with it.
Yeah. And so now it's much less of a, you can't throw the minor dude against him like we were thinking and eliminate his attacks. And it becomes really important because if you have a really tough character, you can effectively just negate the sergeant or, whoever is carrying the nice weapons in the unit. Because you'll just always challenge, and if they deny it, they don't get to attack. And if they accept it, you're just going to murder them and a bunch of their guys in their unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
essentially what I've found so far in that 6th edition is that a lot of the rules that seemed like, to be cinematic, made for forging a narrative, end up being poorly written and stupid. So,
How
CW
surprising.
101.
Yes, but
I
it's
know,
cinematic. So,
Well,
yeah,
I don't
you
mind
just
that
keep
with
repeating it.
challenges because it makes challenges kind of a very interesting tool and kind of gives you a reason to build sergeants that can actually win duels. Because, if you just, all your sergeants in your army can win duels, I mean, it might not be a big advantage, but it is an advantage.
I think there's
I do
also
kinda
the,
like-
the caveat that we don't actually know whether wounds are going to spill over or not. There's not a real good indication in the rules. I mean, technically it works, but Games Workshop is not above changing the rules for no particular reason.
Well, yeah, but let's not speculate on the rules in a year. We work with what we got.
And Puppy, you're a bit
Yeah, I
wrong
think-
there.
I think
They don't
one of
just
those
change the
things is-
rules because. They change the rules to sell more models.
We get a lot of house ruling with that. I know probably some tournaments are going to be having different rulings on that kind of sort of thing. So,
Yeah.
Certainly.
just the more
Sort
you
of
know.
doubt that. But
Depends. Local events can do anything.
Yeah,
Well,
it's very
yeah.
common.
local events are roll off, basically. Who knows what you're going to get.
I played my
Roll
big
off
saves
with the
with
TO.
turrets.
Yeah, but the North American circuit is becoming a lot more organized, and a lot of events are working together. I know they have a lot of phone calls together and meetings and stuff, and
It's
I
so
think
depressing.
we're going to see a lot more kind of universal rulings at events in the future.
Yeah. It's
One of the big
becoming
things I like about
common as-
One of the things I like about GW dumping the tournament scene basically onto us is that they don't have a chance to fuck it up. It's always
Yeah,
nice.
and there's a lot of really intelligent people working on it at the moment, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
Best they have
Happy
is
about that.
skulls. I'll pass.
Yeah. Another kind
I'm
of
for video
interesting.
cake.
Oh boy. Another kind of interesting thing about them dropping the circuit too is that they can't enforce any of their rules anymore. So something we've been talking about is just like allowing non-Games Workshop models. It's like, yeah, if it's a reasonable proxy, go nuts. Just bring your entirely not Games Workshop army, and it's totally fine as long as people can figure out what it is.
A lot of tournaments are pretty lax about that, anyways.
It's true, but it's kind of nice to have that be official now.
I think what you see quotes a lot more common is like you'll see, I don't know, I know a guy used a Rackham, I think it was Siren as a mask, for example, at a tournament I was at, and he had like a few kind of character models as non-GDub models. I think that's pretty common, that whole armies of non-GDub models are kind of less common.
yeah. Well, it's going to be hard to find something that proxies nicely and easily for anyone to figure out. Like, everyone complains about counts as, but, a Marine with a bolt pistol and a close combat weapon is pretty discernible from a Marine with a bolt gun.
Yeah, the only one I've seen that worked, that I really thought was like, yeah, okay, I can see what this is without actually having to ask, is there's a demon army based off of, I can't remember what miniatures range it was, but basically they looked like demons of Karn, and that's what they were, so.
Was it Eldorado?
I don't think it was Eldorado. It was quite a while ago. It doesn't matter, right? We're getting really sidetracked. What was it we were talking about today?
Well, the important thing
Allies.
is they're all painted the right color.
Well, we can still talk about tournaments. Obviously, that's a very touchy subject, particularly with Feast of Blades coming up, and then Nova after that.
I'd like to do a cast where we can talk about tournament missions at some point, but that's not what we're supposed to be talking about today. We're doing allies today.
We're a flexible group. Well, clearly, you guys aren't.
Well, we're allies of convenience.
But Kirby, you said we were talking about allies.
I am a despot.
My only battle brother here is Sir Biscuit.
Much love.
Word.
So
This is
yeah,
awkward.
do we want to talk about allies? Let's talk about allies.
Go
I
for
got
it.
the chart pulled up right in front of me. I came prepared. I did some homework.
Oh no. Who do Tyranids ally with?
Oh, wait.
Themselves.
Salt in the wood.
Tyranids ally with go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
I'll take two of those.
No, they get to ally with
Yeah.
fortifications. They can't use them, they get to ally with them.
No, Games Workshop will release an army just for Tyranids to ally with.
So,
Zoats.
bam,
Oh,
beaten.
God.
I think at some point they'll probably release like a Gene Stealer cult kind of little army, but until then, yeah, you just get to not have anything.
If their
if
baby
you have
army
the Forge
books
World
and
stuff.
White Dwarf are an indication, it'll be fucking terrible.
Well, yeah.
Glad I put the language warning on this one.
Yeah, most
Oh,
folks
come
have-
on. With
most
us in the thing, you thought there wasn't going to be a language warning?
Well, last
I will
time
say
it was pretty good. It was
most
just the
allies.
drunk Roland that was all fuck this and fuck that, and then I'm going to go pass out in the corner.
We're all grown-ups here.
Well,
Most allies are going to be mostly, allies as they are, they're not nearly as overblown and crazy, ridiculously powerful as they thought to be, just because all the restrictions they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, really, what they're going to do is they plug a hole. They plug a hole in your army, and if that's generally going to be revolving around something like firepower, flyers, or scoring ability.
yeah.
Melee defense is another pretty common one.
Mhm.
Like,
I gotta
I'll take
say-
my Necrons for Nova, for example. I took my Necrons with, side sparges, a mix of stuff. I just threw in 60 shooter boys and a Big Mac. Call it a day.
Yeah.
Look, I have scoring now.
Yeah.
There's going to be some very common ones. That will be one of them because, oh, thank you, Fearless. Ha ha ha, kill me now.
Yeah, Fearless is like seeing the games of Six that I've played. The best thing and the thing I've been most impressed with is the old Fearless coming back.
Yep.
Like,
Oh, God.
it's really good,
a big
really
deal.
good.
Technically, No Retreat was in 4th edition as well.
Eh.
Yeah, it didn't do anything.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
But yeah, no, that's really, really good. One of the things with allies, I think, that was totally blown out of proportion is people kind of went, oh my god, you'll have like Met Guard with like a Catacomb Command Barge and 2 Night Sights as troops, and like Necrons don't really have any elites, but like Scarabs and Doomscythe. And it's like, well, yeah, where are you dropping the 800 points to fit that into your Guard army?
no.
Yeah, but I think that's still a pretty strong inclusion for a lot of armies is, play Necrons, bring a barge and 2 sites.
I don't disagree, but you need to drop stuff for it.
Yeah,
There's an
like,
opportunity cost. But,
my Necrons, for example, to take 60 orcs, I've got to drop Scarabs, Wraiths, more troops, all kinds of shit. That's a lot of points for allies. So it's a choice like anything else.
Yeah, but it's still, in many cases, it is a choice that is stronger than what you would get with those points otherwise. Because you are taking the best things from someone else's book.
And if you're using them right, you're plugging a hole in your own army.
Yeah, I mean, you're sort of limited by just sort of the synergy in your own army. And I gotta say, I'm just a shout out to Games Workshop, because I am mean about the rules a lot. They really did a nice grown-up job with their facts on this one, and the, auras not crossing over armies.
Yeah.
So Games Workshop, if you're listening, Games Workshop, we appreciate one of the things you did.
Yeah.
You
Fan of
appreciate
that. I'm
both
glad there's not
things.
sanguinary priests in every list now. So.
And if you're not listening, well, screw you. Why aren't you listening?
However, you can still buy, cyborg bodies for every model in your army if you want, including for that G.I. Joe play set that you took.
Ooh.
I'm still working out how to pick. Give me time.
Can't wait for we get to have army-specific Hot Wheels play sets.
Oh,
Stoked
man.
about that.
That'll be
Trying to
pretty
think of
awesome.
what army you would want to buy cyborg bodies for, the whole thing.
Imperial
Grey
Guard.
Knights. Yeah, Grey Knights. Totes.
How much are the cyborg? How much is the upgrade?
10. Is it 5 or 10?
It's
Five per
on them.
guy?
Too much.
Yeah.
Gretchen.
Stoked about that.
Yeah. 9-point Gretchen, my friend.
Anyways, with allies, it does seem that you're going to need to be making use out of the troops and HQ slot. I mean, if you have that inefficient HQ, you're just throwing away points, and that's going to be limiting to what you're taking. But as we've already said, there are quite a few things that are obviously ideal choices. The mech and shooter boys, Night Size and Barge Lord, Doom Scythe as well if you want Scarabs.
Librarian.
Yeah, just things like that are
Rune
easy
Priest.
plugs because you're getting use out of everything that you're taking.
You can bring a Rune Priest or a Farseer if your army uses psychic powers and you're not Battle Brothers, though.
Yeah.
Because then shut down your
That's
own psychic powers.
Yeah,
Which
same
means
deal
Green
with,
8's
send you a Stormlord. He can zap you too. Careful.
Yeah. One of the things, right, this is bugging me. People seem to really, really like shooter boys, right? Why? I don't get it.
Overwatch.
For the DACA.
Yeah. Sure,
Yeah.
Overwatch, you kill like a Marine and a half.
Or
That's
more
it.
than that.
No, it's
And
not.
the Marine's still charging into you and you're still getting your claw.
No, but it's not more than a Marine and a half, though. If you're firing 60 shots, you're hitting with 10 of them, winning with 5, and you've got a Marine and a half.
Marine and
Or more than that if you roll high.
2/3.
Okay, a Marine and 2/3. Sorry.
There's no rounding in 3++. We don't
It's
round.
one of those orky things where that one time you get all those 6s or 5s or whatever. Totally. worth it.
Yeah, I mean, like, it just doesn't seem at all worth it over the 30 extra attacks, well, 29 extra attacks you'll get in melee. At all.
I think more because you have the option to hang back with them. Because it's not always the best decision to just go straight at the enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I
like
guess that
nothing.
the armies I would use the boys in, I would probably run Sluggers, run turn 1 and then charge turn 2, and bog everything then. Because, I mean, if you can get a line of fearless models across the enemy army, and with the new 3-inch pile-in move, you can get them engaged in melee, but still covering a huge segment of the board if you position correctly, which means, like, there's a big thick line of fearless orcs that your opponent can't come near unless they want to charge, which really slows down things like, walls of tanks or anything, really. It's one of the kind of uses I've always really liked Assault for. You can do bog things down.
Fearless tar fit's really nice. Actually, something I noticed the other day, which made me laugh a lot, and this is sort of tangential, is just Tyranids have an answer to Drago Wing now, in just like bring a
Have
bunch
gaunt.
of
Oh God.
gaunts and just keep throwing them at it while you go eat the rest of the army.
That's Tyranids
No,
answer
but,
to everything now.
What's his
Yeah.
face?
I can't deal with this. Have a gaunt.
Mike Brandt. He has he's trying out the Tyranid Choir again with like 23 powers from the Biomancy table.
Yeah.
You enfeeble the paladins a few times, they get ruined by just basic
Yeah.
gaunts charging them up.
Well, you're
Instant
doing it
death.
at Leadership 6, though.
It's always fun.
You only got
I mean,
one
like,
off.
Well, I guess, but yeah, it's and they can hammer hand back if you're not put like.
Yeah, I mean,
too close.
their leadership
You don't
6,
care
they
about the
probably have
damage you take.
Drago, so they're denying the witch on 4-up, and I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
Or
why
if
you
we're
bring
talking about
23
awesome-
psychic powers. Jeez, guys, come on.
Yeah.
It's 24 now because he had Dimov Molanti taken out because I can't remember who it was. Some person on the chat box was like, no, that's not how the ruling works. I think Abuse kind of fought this corner as well.
Other people. Yeah,
there was like a ton of people. And I was like, it's in the FAQ. Mike kind of misinterpreted it. I think he was kind of looking too deep at it, to be honest, on like rereading it. Anyway,
well, what was the ruling for me and all the listeners that don't know?
Okay, so
good
in
grammar.
The FAQ,
this is so tangential.
We don't care. Tangents are what we love. In
We're
the
not
FAQ,
even halfway yet.
I actually like secants.
Yeah. Welcome to 3++, where the math is made up and the conversation doesn't matter.
Okay.
And we like geometry.
So the thing was, there is in the Tyranids FAQ, there's like all the powers that are specific to a particular critter, like the Zoanthrope Warp Shield, that the unique versions of them also gets.
Not the Warp
And
Warp
back in
Shield's
5th
not the
edition,
psychic
there was
power.
the whole, yeah, it was like, does the Doom of Melanti get a 3-up invulnerable save from Warp Shield? Yes,
Right.
it does. Don't be retarded.
Yeah.
And he was interpreting that as also it gets all the basic Zoanthrope powers.
Well, no, because it does say in the thing, do they count as the kind of beast that they are, like a character
It
version
says,
of?
can they use them? It doesn't say they have them.
I know, but what it says is in terms.
I'm aware of what it
It does say in the FAQ in terms of psychic powers, do they count as the beast that they are a character version of? And I can
For
understand
using
why you
them.
interpreted it, but it is for using them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get where Mike got his interpretation from, but he was reading too far into it, I think. But it doesn't really matter anyway, because now I assume he's just going to run another 2 or 3 zone drops in place, which puts you to a lot of psychic powers, like 24 or 26.
Yeah, you're just going to really struggle against some armies with that.
I think the only one that's a really big problem is Grey Knights, because everybody else has like a
Eldar.
roughly
Anyone who allies Eldar.
50% chance to shut them down. It's not the end of the world when you roll a bazillion at them.
You take all your perils tests with no save at all.
Yeah.
I don't really know if Eldar can feasibly cause enough wounds to that army though. Like Eldar could suck.
Well,
I guess
yeah,
you can
but
ally
anyone who allies Eldar is going to be an issue.
It's the bigger
I-
issue, yeah.
I don't see people allying Eldar that often though, because psychic powers, except for that one Tyranid army, are not that big a deal. Like, not to the extent I would go, oh right, I need to ally in Runes of Warding.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for 55 points, and then chuck in Doom as well, and 95 points for a Ranger squad, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Still get divination out of it.
It's more the opportunity cost of
Divination.
Yeah.
bringing.
Of course, the problem is you use up your ally slot with Eldar.
Yeah.
Right.
That's basically what I said. It's the opportunity cost. Like, you want to bring like Necrons or Grey Knights or Guard or something, not crappy Eldar.
But they have such valuable troops choices, guys.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, redo Foot
Actually,
Dark.
fun thing is you
Rangers
can
are
do,
awful.
my Banshees all have power mauls.
I saw some guy talking about putting an Archon in Fire Dragons this morning to reduce the impact of Night Fight, and I was like, what am I reading?
Fire dragons at night fight? What the hell?
Excuse me?
In case someone doesn't understand, that Fire Dragon should be close anyway.
Well,
They don't have a range
just-
longer than 12. They can't physically be affected by night fight.
Well, wait, can't the leader shoot 18?
Yeah.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
the fire
Firefight,
watch
guys.
out.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone use a firefight as a firefight. Even in 4th edition, it wasn't efficient to bring a firefight.
I've seen it
Let's
before.
see. 6 inches, not 3 inches of extra range on Melta or a heavy flamer? Tough call.
Yeah. Does the Heavy Flamer not get to reroll wounds as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that's with Crackshot, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Whatever.
Us people that used to play Eldar and know the rules. Yay.
Yeah, it's like open a drawer. I still love you guys, don't worry. I might drag you out for allies once.
Yeah,
Once.
like I've still got this bet on when an Eldar flyer comes out with Vector Dancer. If it has good guns, it's going to be insane.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is hollow fields make you count as being a flyer for shooting purposes.
Mm.
Then we're back to 4th edition.
And do we get the Crystal Targeting Matrix back, please?
What?
Holofields are crap now, though. They're going to go down to
Yeah. They just give you they give you a cover save, not even in a vulnerable save, which really sucks.
No, Hollows is you roll 2d6 for your damage.
Sorry, yeah, I'm thinking of
Yeah, all those lancing. Oh yeah, you get to reroll all those lancing hits.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
it's
I'm thinking of the super heavy.
Yeah, that's a 4
Oh,
up.
yeah. Titan.
Yeah, I was just thinking about Forge World now because
Totally
we were talking about flyers.
Yeah, we don't play
has anyone
Forge World.
seen the fact for all the Forge World units that's come out?
Yeah.
All I saw is that Corsair Eldar are awesome.
They're
They
kind
are.
of
Also, the what is it called? The Vulture gunship.
Yeah,
That thing's nice now. It's got Vector Dancer and Strafe.
For
What's the Vendetta?
the
We all
the
have vultures
super
now.
hilarious one is Severin Lolth, the Ultra Librarian. He gets 7 powers from a discipline of his choice.
That's not enough.
So he's the new
Seven
he's the
powers.
new Slan.
Yeah.
He's the Frog Marine.
Maybe it's only 6. It's a lot. It's a ton of powers.
That is the lore. Like, hey guys, I know, like, I don't know, telekinesis.
Yeah.
I have the power to have all the powers.
Yeah, just
Only
pretty
all
good
the powers
power.
from one power.
I think, see something that would really push Neds over the edge, if they had the equivalent of, I think it's the Seer Staff in the High Elf Army, the one that lets you pick your powers. If they had an upgrade like that, turn into
We're going to see that sooner or later.
Yeah. I also think we're going to see something that changes your allies' chart. I reckon
Yeah,
that's
especially
coming.
characters that influence. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
that will.
It's like a new version of Force Organization swapping.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of excited because the latest rumor I've heard about Chaos Dex is that it actually has its own Warlord traits chart.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a thing now.
Well, and
Um,
they probably get their own fortification too.
Probably.
The rumor
It'll be
I
like the Imperial ones, but 20 points more expensive.
And random chance of blowing up,
with spikes.
and you won't know until after deployment.
Wild
With
card.
spikes.
Can it
Wow,
use
wow,
that
Bastion's
but
friendly.
blast?
Whoa, 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 whoa. They will reduce the leadership of all enemy units within 6 inches by 1. So,
Ooh.
love it.
Whoa, that's pretty
Baby,
cool.
baby.
It's all good.
Balance are down to leadership
My Fortress
5.
of Spikes all has rending guns.
Yeah.
Damn it! Why is everything rending?
Give it the rules for, what are they called? Flechette dischargers that Tau have. When you charge it because of all the spikes.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
didn't
I did-
FAQ those at all either.
Really?
They still wound everything on a 4-up.
Ah,
Great.
Flush
yeah.
So now you get to
Talk about-
Overwatch and wound on a 4. What the hell?
Hello, Devilfish.
If only I
Yeah.
could give my Crisis 6.
Well, if cars could Overwatch, then yeah.
There is a character with flechette dischargers.
Yes, and he's like the best Tau commander because he
He's
figured
super
that
good.
one out. Yeah. And he brought like a storm shield kind of thing and like a really nice anti-tank gun, so he was just really on the ball.
What'd you guys bring? Stealth suits?
Nerds.
Hey, acute senses. Acute senses.
Oh, right.
And infiltrate.
Yeah, now,
Yeah.
Get
All right.
that.
Yeah.
Hot shit.
Sorry. Kirby's subtly telling us to get back on topic, but we're way off allies now. I actually kind of want to talk about power weapons because Jambalaya said something about Death Cult Assassins that made me laugh a while ago.
They have 2. They get
Okay, so
2.
Death Cult Assassins have 2 power weapons, and now we have all these cool options for power weapons. And I ran a bit of math on it. Basically, a power maul is better again than a basic power weapon against everything except toughness 5 or less with 3-up saves.
And it's better than everything except I think it's a Power X against a 3-up save. I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
basically, and then you can basically give your Death Cult Assassins mauls and power swords or something, and just go apeshit on somebody.
I haven't actually run the numbers, but I'm pretty sure a power sword is superior to a power maul against Marines.
Just basic Marines, but everything else,
right.
mauls smack
Well,
around.
the thing is,
Yeah.
that is your most common opponent. Optimizing against the least common targets is not really a great plan.
Well, my thoughts,
that?
at least, I was thinking about this a lot in regards to force weapons, is like if I give my librarian a force sword, I'll kill a couple of Marines, and that's nice. But if I give him a power maul, I'm much more likely to put a wound on something big, maybe get the force weapon off, and that has a much bigger overall effect than the
Right. It depends on
Yeah.
what you're targeting with that unit.
You can also
Right.
go Billy
I
Golf
like
with
the
tanks.
idea. I like the maul because I like to force saves. I always love to force saves as many as possible, and the maul has the added effect of it has concussive, and you can smack vehicles around with it.
Yeah.
It also has
Yeah,
the added
but-
effect of your games go faster because
An
you're going against all things.
Arcoflagellant is basically doing the same thing, but a little bit better.
Oh yeah.
I think
So you can mix.
the-
You can mix and match with the DCAs. So you can get
Yeah.
a couple mauls, couple swords, whatever. Be a jerk.
I would
Yeah,
probably
I would run Maul Sword on all of my DCA.
Yeah, or maul lance. You can
I
you
feel
can
like
guarantee
Lance
something.
Small, yeah.
Yeah. Sounds so ridiculous. I was thinking, get a maul and then get rad grenades. You insta kill toughness 4 with just mauls.
Yep.
What's up, Drago Wing? Slap, we're done.
That would be pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Or like double hammer hand. You're just killing everything.
But yeah, mauls are good. There's a guy I know running, the Chaos Terminators, 30 points, with kind of assorted power weapons, but the way it's working out just now is he's running tons and tons of mauls. Like, so many mauls.
Yeah, Chaos Termies, Wolfguard Termies.
Yeah.
Howling Banshees.
For guys with 2-up saves, a lot of the kookier weapons become more viable because they know no one is going to kill them before they swing. And they know no one is going to kill them before Initiative 1, really.
Basically, you can get cute with power weapons if you have a 2-up save or you're cheap as shit.
Yeah.
Or you have to.
Yeah, or you have 2. Why not? Like, you can take the Crusader, give them an axe and a storm shield. They're like 15-point Thunder Shield Terminators.
Yeah. The ultra.
Yeah, just toughness 3.
The strength 4.
Whatever.
And no 2+ save.
Hurt as much.
Sure, I guess. But I mean, like, I still wouldn't send them into like a Turbogun or Hive Tyrant.
Or like the entire enemy army.
Yeah,
I would totally send them in a Turbogun.
Yeah, power mauls and 4 staves all day.
Oh, yeah.
I guess like if you send them a Turbogun, neither of them are going to go anywhere for a while.
Yep.
Bloody Turbogons.
That is sort of the point of 15-point guys with 3-up invulnerables.
Yeah. That's a slap fight if I ever heard one. One of the cool things as well is talking about, is it Unwieldy? I can't remember the name of the role. Not the one that the Unwieldy is Initiative 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
The one,
Specialist.
Specialist, thank you. So now you can have like a Lightning Claw and a Power Fist, which is kind of cool. And
it's one of those things where
it's cute.
You get +1 attack from them.
It's kind of like having 2 plasma pistols. Yeah, it's cool in effect, but it costs a lot for all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and fun fact.
Yeah, but Chummy,
specialized.
you've missed it. You've missed the point. It's cinematic.
Oh yeah, forge that narrative. Force that narrative.
And just for the record, since we are talking about plasma pistols still suck. Stop taking them.
Yeah,
stop taking them in pairs, guys. Don't.
You can build
30 points. Come on.
You can build some hilarious squads with the double plasma thing.
Yeah, they do give you extra firepower, but it is expensive. Like if you're
There's
saying
so many reasons not to do it.
Yeah. Start naming them.
Start listing them.
Yeah.
It's the same list. It's the same fucking list. They're overpriced. Range is too short. They cost a lot. They cost a lot. They cost a lot. And they
kill you.
Well, you say they cost a lot. I mean, like, it's 15 points for a plasma gun, and you're paying 15 points.
No, it's 15 points for half a plasma gun.
Yeah.
Half an old plasma gun.
I guess,
yeah.
That's why they're shitty. If they shot to 24, I'd take them.
Oh, yeah.
Or if they shot twice at 12.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
I took them in 4th edition because they were good.
Yeah. Oh, man, I missed my 4th edition plasma.
Mm-hmm.
Fun facts. Hand flamers are not pistols, so no fun there.
Yeah, they are.
They're listed as pistols in the appendix.
Yay! Fun fact reversed. Okay, another fun fact.
We had this argument in the comments.
Not lightning claws. Wolf claws are unusual power weapons, so no fun for space wolves. And frost blades.
How is that a problem? They're still AP3 just like lightning claws.
They don't get the specialist weapon thing, so you can't have any fun with those.
So you can't mix lightning claws that you don't get with wolf claws?
Exactly. Or power fists.
Or pistols with claws.
Well,
you can't mix pistols with claws anyways, so...
That's true. Also, runic swords. Frost blades still suck.
Especially frost axes. Poor frost axes.
Frost axes
are
splendid. Frost blade doesn't seem that bad. Just a little overpriced.
If they weren't always the same price as a power fist.
It's so weird.
Well, yeah, that's the problem.
This edition is the savior of the power weapon, but power swords still blow. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
They can't fix them.
Some people, power swords are fine because, again, Marines are the thing you're killing most of the time, so it's okay to just be good at killing Marines.
They're a little better as just a challenge weapon.
Yeah.
Ain't bad.
Yeah,
Maybe
until someone comes along with
including
2
a
up save in
save.
that challenge.
Maybe I'm just spoiled by war sites.
Well, war sites
You
are the
think?
best thing in the universe.
Don't worry, Space
Okay.
Marines will come out with some, like, AP1 pistol that counts as a close combat weapon with their next codex.
Sure, why not?
I would really like to see the rules for pistols being that basically you can make one attack with the pistol and melee. Like, added strength and AP.
Instead of your normal attacks.
problem is that A, makes all the specialist pistols incredibly good, and
Yep.
B, basically makes Xenos fucking worthless.
Also,
Blast pistols.
Blaster
What?
pistols.
Blast pistols.
Blast pistols. Yeah.
Right, no, but in the sense
Yeah.
that very
What's-
few pistols except specialist guns penetrate Marine armor, but every pistol penetrates Xenos armor.
It's true.
Necrons or Xenos?
Yeah, they aren't
Uh-oh.
really
Let's
Xenos.
not
They're
be
honorary
pedantic,
Imperials.
guys. Come on. We get what
Their
you're
base,
saying.
their base save is a 4-up. They can't be Marines.
I mean, I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
because there are, Marines. Why would you take your normal attack when you can shoot your bolt pistol?
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
If it was like
Probably
a,
the same thing with the old AP5 chainsword rumor. It's like, if that was true, goodbye all Xenos close combat
You could
units.
possibly
pistol
make it a
thing was-
character only.
yeah, if it was
Anyway,
like just a,
let's,
it
can
was
we
just
get
one
back on
attack.
a real rules
Yeah.
topic instead of
No.
rules?
Oh.
Let's talk about turreted night sights. Come on.
Real rules are boring. Yeah, turreted night sight. I'm gonna go stab somebody in the throat.
Somebody in Italy?
Perhaps. Long way to stab somebody though.
I was so disappointed in him. Anyway, okay, let's get back on topic.
Allies?
Yeah, allies. So
What's an
I've
ally?
I've got the chart here. There's this big red section for Tyranids. So what do we think? Here's one. I haven't actually seen a lot. I heard a lot about it before Allies came out, but I haven't really seen that many people doing anything with it. Tau.
As an ally, or Tau allying someone in?
Either or. Take your pick.
Allying someone in,
Power
Imperial
of
Guard,
the
thank you.
I mean, are broadshids really worth though? They're pretty expensive.
The problem...
One broadside isn't that bad.
I've done a couple games with Tau allies, and the problem that I've found is one broadside squad, one line of sight blocking terrain. You can't split, 2 squads on either side of it to get overlapping fire, so people can hide from your broadsides quite easily.
Well, that's okay. You can always split fire with target locks. Oh.
Oh wait,
Oh, yeah. No, it's a block line of sight thing is going to be annoying, just like it is for any shooting army.
Yeah,
but
but-
presumably you have another gun in your army
oh
somewhere.
you do, but those are obviously your best guns, and
Right.
unlike a Tau proper army, you don't have 2 or 3 squads of them, so you can put them in the corners and have overlapping fields of fire. And it's like if you hide from one, you get shot by the other.
Well, the thing is, what's hiding from broadsides is gonna be like big tanks. Because
Well,
you'll still have
if you can
squad
hide
prices for little
anything from a
tanks.
broadside, you're going to hide them from a broadside.
Worst
Yeah.
case scenario, you can pop their Fortress of Redemption.
Oh no.
Yeah,
It's 4 whole targets.
take you 4 turns though, or
Oh,
3.
no.
It's
It's
confused.
3.
It says it's both 3 and 4.
What?
Yeah.
Games Workshop.
There are
That's right,
different
nerds.
versions of it that say that is either 3 or 4.
Like different versions of the rule book, or what are you saying to me?
No, they're in different places. It describes the fortress as being either 3 pieces or 4.
What does it say under the
list-
fortress?
Under the fortification listing, where it describes the whole stat setup and all that, it says that it is 4 pieces, but all of the diagrams that show how it's split up show it as being 3.
My Fortress is
Games
turret.
Workshop.
Yeah, well, we don't really care because anyone who uses the fortress is auto-losing, right?
But G.I. Joe playset!
I'm taking the Fortress of Egyptian for the narrative for Nova, just for fun.
Fortress of Egyptian.
No,
Yeah.
Fortress of
So
Egyptian.
I can, Fortress of Egyptian with my monument-destroying laser beams.
Yeah, I cannot find where it says it's split up into 4, because on the stat sheet it says it's in 3.
Weird.
Whatever, back to allies.
Oh yeah, those are sort of allies. They're fortifications.
Yeah,
I think Tower
apparently
better as
allies
one.
are just not that interesting. Let's talk about fortifications now. The
Yeah,
Aegis
seriously.
defense line is awesome, and you should
Yeah.
just always take it. Just
Yeah,
throwing
50
that out
points
there.
is pretty good.
My favorite
just the
ally
like
is
I'm
Chaos
going
Weapons.
second and I get a 4-up save against everything, even if that's all the use you get out of it, is easily worth 50 points.
Do you know
And
who
it's
for
really
allied
reference,
Thousand Suns for their AP
the terrain type listing on the fortress is where it says it is 4 parts. The composition says it is 3.
Thought we were over this.
No, we'll
Oh,
never
yeah,
be over this.
I see it. Okay, anyway, yeah, back to the Aegis. And,
G.I. Joe
honestly,
Bison!
I think the quad
Best way to
guns
kill
work well,
time
too,
ever.
at 50 points.
No, I don't. I don't like the quad gun.
I know you don't. But, like, just looking at the comparable firepower for buying other things, like a rifle dread is 125, and even a Hydra's or heavy weapons team with autocannons is 75.
I'm just going to put this out there, though. One quad gun does not make you have good anti-air. Shut
No.
up, Internet.
No.
Shut up.
It helps.
It
it's
helps,
not
but
enough.
it's not. It doesn't say, "Look at me, I can now deal with mass flyers." If mass flyers come out, they go, "Oh, look, a quad gun, dead."
It helps a little, but like the first game I had, again, using an Aegis defense line, it killed a Night Scythe with the Interceptor.
Oh,
I
well
got
done.
lucky.
Well done.
And
Oh,
then
my comms
died. Then the game I played against one, on my first turn, I lit it up with searchlights and killed it with
Exactly.
Scythe.
If you've got a flyer, it's target priority number 1, and even then, it's not exactly a 100%. I'm going to kill a flyer every turn.
Yeah, but it's only 50 points.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
50
well-
points on top of the 50 points you've already spent.
But the 50
Yeah, but
points
I mean,
you
you're
pay
kinda
for the
spending them on different
defense
saves.
line is for a 4-up cover save. It's a big mech in a box.
Yeah, like if you have other things, like let's say you're Grey Knights and you've got 3 Cypher Dreads.
This is not 100 points for a gun.
Yeah.
This is 50 points for a huge buff to my army, and another 50 points for the nice gun.
Yeah, but if you've got other weapons that are going to be decent at taking down flyers, let's say you've got 3 Cypher Dreads, so you've got 4 twin link strength 8 shots, then yeah, the quad gun's a nice addition to it. But if you're relying just on the quad gun, no.
Yeah, I think we already made that point. The quad gun on its own is not going to stop a flyer force.
Right,
Yeah.
it's not going to stop a flyer force, but I think it's still worth having.
But
Right.
we can talk about the part that we all agree on as being pretty good, the Aegis defense line. Do you know who really likes that? Imperial Guard with camo nets.
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
Mm.
No, what you
I don't
do is
know,
you
30
take,
points for a camo, that's a lot.
No, you get
Yeah.
5 scouts, take Tilion, stick him behind the line, and have that guy operate the AA gun. There you go.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
fun with that.
2-up saves, let's do this. Let's
Allocating
go.
wounds like an asshole.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, I hate that guy. And actually, the talk of AA brings us back to allies because that's how you deal with AA for the most part, unless you have really
Yeah.
good stuff like A barges or Cyclemen.
Yes, well, how common do we expect 2 Necron Night Sights with Warriors and a Barge Lord to be? Maybe attached to
Depends.
Doom Scythe.
Like,
Optional Doom
big
Scythe.
with it?
Yeah, optional
Oh, it's
Doom
an ally
Scythe.
or an actual Necron list.
Yeah, no, not Necron list.
If you're not
As an
allying Necrons, you're probably allying Guards or Marine.
Or
Grey
Orcs.
Knights. Grey Knights are okay. You can bring Koti as Razors and 2 Cycle Dreads. So
Orcs have the bodies, and they also have the 60-point cannons, which are just ridiculously durable now.
Yeah, they're stupid.
From the
Yeah, it's
we
great.
suck, no one will ever take us to hey, we're actually really durable.
They weren't that
Well,
bad.
I like
last edition,
cannons
but-
were good last edition. They're still
Yeah,
60
I'm
points.
saying in general
Edition
artillery.
change.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's good now is
Um,
lavas. They can snipe. It's awesome.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they
okay.
can snipe with
yeah.
random dice.
So
I don't feel like additional anti-infantry is something that orcs are desperately lacking for.
Or that any
Yeah.
army is desperately lacking for.
Yeah.
Oh no.
certain armies could use more anti-infantry, like Tau, for example. They
Yeah,
could-
well, now that Fire Warriors are a lot better.
still doesn't help against
But
180
still not
orcs.
great.
Yeah, I mean, you're still not bringing a ton of Fire Warriors.
Right, but they went from being shit awful to pretty usable.
Hey,
Yeah, they went from really bad to, like, they can cause a couple casualties a turn, but they're...
They went
they're
from
not
really
gonna
bad
kill
to
your
if you're using them, we're not going to castrate you.
and
Yeah.
a decent AA for Tau would be the Death Rain suit with the Twin Link Missile Pod.
Yeah,
Take it.
it's good.
Or
Transition
take
on
a
that
PRMP squad and then chuck in Prescience.
I vote for Abuse Kirby and I to refer to all Tau in the Tau shorthand, because,
Yes.
yeah. Anyway, so what about TLBSFs? They're really, really good now.
What?
Sorry, TL, HWVSF. Sorry.
Yeah.
They're really good. Really good.
Can we come up with an acronym for the hardwired black sun to make it that?
Night vision goggles.
No, I just want us to speak in acronyms from now on. Just acronym everything.
Yeah, I've been running some Crisis Forge blaster units.
That wasn't funny. Try again.
Don't quit your day job.
Yeah, who was it that
I don't have a
wasn't
night
jokes?
job.
That was me, and I just made all of you laugh, so well done.
Anyway, what the hell were we even talking about? Something to do with
Acronyms and Tau.
Power malls?
Describe Tau.
We were arguing about rules minutia. That's always
Oh,
fun.
anti-air. I had something to bring up. On Fate, there is a rumor that there's a new kind of supplement coming out with a bunch of anti-air guns.
Aeronauticas.
Oh yeah, Aeronautica. That's
No, not the Forge World one.
Yeah.
Not the
There's
Forge World.
supposed to be a GW one coming out.
Yeah.
Interesting. I can't wait.
That won't come out for at least 6 months. Come on, guys. Everyone will have to buy their flyers first.
Yeah, it's this year apparently.
Well,
There's 5 months left in this year.
I had like 4 lying around from 5th, so screw you.
For what lying around from 5th?
Sights.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, see, Night Size will probably be one that is quote-unquote spammed. I mean, if you spam Vendettas, it's like, hey, I've killed all your tanks. Now what?
You know, Vendettas are limited by force organization slots. Night Size are limited by points, basically.
And they're effective against more targets.
Yeah,
You know what's
pretty much everything's
absolute
not a
bullshit?
Vendetta.
Invasion beams.
Yeah, it's like, hey, let's just add something that they didn't really need, just to make them a bit
Or
better.
why do invasion beams exist?
Yeah.
At least as they do.
Invasion beams exist so you can dump 2 voltaic staffs and wreck something.
Anything you want. Any vehicle.
Yeah. Dead.
Or, just claim any objective.
Yep.
Anyone, pick one.
Yeah.
Of course, you can't re-embark on a night sight ever, and if it goes boom, they go back into reserve.
Ooh-hoo.
Yeah.
The hit for crashing before they get kicked into reserve?
No, they go to
No,
reserve.
they go straight to reserve.
Okay.
It's like, hey, that rule actually makes sense now. Maybe
Yeah.
Games Workshop did think of 6th edition when they were making Necrons.
That
Maybe.
kind of surprised me. I heard that, but I didn't believe it.
We all heard
In some
that.
respects, they did. I mean, the rules must have been in development early enough in advance that they knew some of that stuff.
Look at the Doomsday arc.
Or death marks.
Yeah.
It's not quite as obvious as Chaos Demons when it was like, what's an offensive grenade?
Yeah.
It's magical arcane war gear. What is this?
It's an offensive piece of war gear.
They can't even throw their cologne now. It's terrible.
I know. I was so sad. Do you know, they also got Typhon. Like, they managed to get Typhon with that. I was like, damn it! We're gonna forget him.
Tyranids also, you can no longer have your Carnifex use its strength 4 grenades on tanks.
No.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
Shame it's
You
strength
can't throw it
9.
into a building.
No.
So do we have any other comments to say about allies?
Allies are good. Take them if you're playing any game
we
more
were
than 50
struggling to talk about it
points.
the whole time, so I don't think we have many
I
additional
guess
comments.
my
Okay, no,
short version of allies would just be they're just another option you can take. They're not necessarily a must take. They're like anything else in your codex, only you have a lot more options now.
Yeah,
as
I
a
think
kind
they're
of,
good enough you always want them.
depends on your army.
I don't know if that's
Yeah.
true. But,
Like
I mean,
Necrons,
just the
Grey
price of buying
Knights.
second HQ is pretty steep.
I'd say Grey Knights on them, probably.
If you're an older army, you definitely want them.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, let's talk about, quickly before we
Just
finish this out, let's talk about the top ally choices. Obviously we got
That's what I was
Necrons.
about to say.
Yeah,
Like, as a
Necrons.
summary, can we just go through what we think are the best allies? I'm just going to throw this out there. Grey Knights, Necrons, Imperial Guard.
I'd chuck orcs in there as well, and
Yeah.
potentially Tau. Like, I still... Go
I
on.
think it depends on the army, of course,
Yeah.
but Marines, vanilla Marines are great.
Yeah.
Wolves have options. I mean, really, almost everything except like Chaos Marines.
Basically everything that was released in 5th edition, except Tyranids. Oh, but...
Dark Eldar as well. Why would you want to bring Dark
I think
Eldar?
And Dark Eldar, yeah.
Necrons are going to be big.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
Blood
Blood
Angels,
Angels,
just 'cause they're
unfortunately, make pretty mediocre allies.
Not if you bring Mephiston.
Even
Insert-
then,
In certain armies, Mephiston can be an absolute powerhouse. I've gotten one game into them so far when using my Space Wolves, and see the big blob of Grey Hunters with Mephiston running around, it's a lot scarier.
Or like with
And
my
also-
wolves, you could do you could take Mephiston or just a librarian. You take an extra squad of missile launcher devastators, and then you take 10 jump marines with 2 Infernus pistols and the melta-gun, 2 melta-guns. You have
Stick 'em
2
in reserve.
reliable deep strike meltas.
Yep.
Hmm.
And
But you can
and
get
you're
that a lot
taking,
of other ways.
but you're also taking the pressure off your Grey Hunters
Also,
to
people
do
are taking
everything.
more blast weapons now, so you might be playing a dangerous game there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's why there's suicide. Come in, nuke something, die.
250 point suicide unit is kind of risky.
Well,
Woo!
2 125-point suicide units.
People take Land Raiders all the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's true.
Hey, that thing can destroy a Fortress of Redemption in 2 turns.
Yeah.
And see? Now you didn't think about that before, did you, asshole?
oh, actually, something we should probably have mentioned when we were talking about like fortifications. Strength 10 or high strength melee is really good against them. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Power mauls.
Well, it's really necessary against them.
Yeah.
Voltaic stabs are good against them.
Shut up, Chum.
Okay,
They
what
don't
are
have
they
any,
not good
uh,
against?
Points to knock off, so
I'm going to
it's
short
okay.
circuit your stupid little bunker.
But something like an Arc War Boss on a power bike? Yeah, power bike. No,
Yeah.
war bike with a
I got
power
a power bike.
Actually, that's something we didn't discuss. Orcs, Shooter Boys, Big Mech, yeah, pretty good. You know, oh, look at me, I'm a midfield blob that's going to be very difficult to get by. What about War Boss and Knob Bikers as allies? Since everyone seems to think Knob Bikers are the shit again. They're
Not
not.
the shit, but they're good.
Yeah.
Add it
They're-
to your Draco Wing.
They're good.
Bikers are way more resistant to instant death, but significantly less resistant to just generic shooting. If you just throw, heavy bolters and autocannons at them, they will go down.
Why do you
Yeah,
say
I mean,
that's
that's sort of the
resistant
thing no one's bringing up too much with them is like, yeah, you can still do the wound allocation shenanigans kind of stuff, and you can't instant death them, but they went from having a 3-up followed by a 4-up to a 4-up followed by a 5-up.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
That's
of difference.
enormous.
Yeah,
And,
that's true, I guess.
Paladins still ruin them.
Yeah. Also, people often forget with their wound allocation shenanigans, it's not automatic anymore. Half the time it fucks up.
Yeah.
But it depends. If you get the War Boss out front.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but now you're losing your war boss, and now your leadership 7.
Yeah, that
Uh,
sucks.
It depends. Like, you say losing your War Boss. It's a 2-up. Like, I doubt you would lose him before you get to move him again if he gets hurt.
Unless you get lucky.
Unless 1 or 2 of those 2-ups fail, which everyone who uses Terminators knows that never happens.
And, well, the War Boss
It's
is
more-
not that durable with his saves. He has a best of 4-up?
It's a 4-up then a 5-up, yeah.
This is the same as the
well,
others.
4-up with their
Well,
bikes. They have bike smoke.
Yeah.
So does the War Boss. War Boss is big one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they all have bike smoke.
Yes,
but
they all have 4-ups. We know
but-
that. But
they also, like, the War Boss does get the 2-up, and you're saying if 1 of 2 of those fail, then
He's
your
still
War
got
Boss
3
is still
wounds.
alive. Like, he just moves to the back, or
You
probably
need
the center
you
if
need
have
basically
any
9 of them
wounds.
to fail, because then you fail half your saves and feel no pain a third of them.
Yeah, but I mean, if he loses, even 2 wounds coming in, when he makes that challenge, he could easily get pasted by the Power Fist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or any weapon, just generic punches have a good chance
Yeah.
of killing him at that point.
Right.
But why wouldn't you just accept with one of the members of the unit?
Because they're all wounded too.
Yeah. Or if the War Boss challenges himself.
Anyways, point we're trying to make here is decent unit, not the shit though. They're not, oh my god, broken. They're better than they were before at the beginning of 5th. Everyone should be taking them. No.
Yeah,
I don't think they make good
they do all
allies.
right.
One of their biggest counters is one of the biggest counters they had was just them trying to swing against a vehicle on a 6. That got reduced, and that's
Yeah.
always nice.
That's a big thing for pretty much every Death Star and combat unit. No longer can you have a transport shoved in your face and you sit there and go, damn.
And
Well,
demons.
you'll
Demons
still
are so
have it
under the
shoved
radar
in
with
your
that shit.
face, but you'll
Demons
actually kill
love
it.
Demons love it. Love it. Love it. They love life.
Or death.
Next to the airplanes, demons are awesome.
Yeah.
Except for that one huge,
That
variety
one
of
big
units
oversight,
totally
yeah.
set.
Yeah, we're good. Just no airplanes, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
They have
Well, wait
what
until they
first-
get some update and they have warp skies or something. It's just all players die.
Fires die. Ah.
All I
Turns out you
want-
can deep strike into people's jets, and then they like explode, and you take like crashing wounds. Hey, they're dead.
But you get
I
invulnerables.
remember I saw
Salt
that
jet
episode
fighters.
of Twilight Zone.
No, I want my screamers to attack flyers.
Yeah,
Melt
that's
them
what
on stick
pisses
rates.
me off. Flyers can't attack flyers. It's like, why can't my flying creatures punch you? Well,
Yeah.
they could do vector strike.
I just want to see like the jump sergeant with a power fist, like you're flying around Vendetta, and he just comes up into view, like, ready to punch.
Yeah, just right in front of
That
the
would be
Just
so
gonna stay on.
cinematic.
Falcon Punch.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we will finish that up there. Otherwise, we'll just sit here talking for hours about random stuff, I think. So thank you again for listening. I hope you enjoyed our rather random talks around allies and a few other things. And we'll see you next time.
You're welcome, Internet.